Thank you for joining the stream. We're going to do something a little bit different today, and as always, apologies for the audio being a little scratchy. Summer, I need the AC on. Yeah, we are going to do something slightly different today. I love making dub techno, but compositionally, it can be really boring. It's the same, like, inversions of, like, minor chord, like the same minor chord. Sometimes over to, like, the fifth. I took a minor chord there, and then jumping back, and, like, maybe you can add an extension if you're really cool. But, yeah, dub techno is really fun. I love it. It's one of my favorite genres. I listen to it all the time. But when I actually sit down and work in arrangement... Actually, hold on, let me just try and fix my mic a little bit. Yeah, it's still not great, but it's good as it's going to get. So anyway, yeah, compositionally, dub techno can be a little boring. And when I sit down and go into arrangement view, or when I'm sitting at the piano, I'm not just playing the same minor chord over and over again. So consequently, also just being like a Max Martin girly, I love pop music, and I really like writing pop music, and I have like a ton of pop tracks that I need to like finish. So I was like, wow, between my job and like, doing these and then video editing and making like short form content, I just like don't end up writing music that doesn't like work for that. I don't have time for all this like very production heavy, super intensive stuff that I can't bang out in like a single session. So what I thought would be fun to do today is, my friend Henry suggested this. He said that I should just start, working on that stuff when I'm streaming, which feels very vulnerable because it's like more personal music. Like dub techno is like a vibe, and this is definitely more. It's just like more personal music. But we're gonna go ahead and share it, and I'm gonna work on it, and it'll be fun because it's just gonna be different. And instead of the usual setup with like, just jamming and stuff, we're gonna be going over to where's my hand? There it is, see? My living room where I have my Nord Grand 2 and where I do like all my writing. So my technique for songwriting is like once I get a cool melody or a hook, I'll start working on like a chord progression, or if I have a chord progression, I'll start writing a song around it, and then go where the song takes you. So with that being said, I'm going to open up Ableton and I'm going to play you what I have. It's like, I would say in the idea phase, and it just needs like different parts kind of chunked out, elaborated on, and then I feel like my vocals a little loud. And then you'll see. So let's open up Ableton. Cool. So here's my. Wait, is this working? It's not. Ableton does this all the time, or OBS, I should say. It like doesn't. Okay. Let's make sure this is working. Yeah, slide. And then before I get too deep into this and forget, could someone please just let me know if you can see? I'm just gonna throw a Pro Q4. Can you see this Pro Q4 window? Give me like a thumbs up in the chat if you can. there's a weird thing with Ableton. Nice. Very much. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started. So what do we have here? This is the beginning of a song. Before I go into any arrangement, well, let's just have a listen. And before we have a listen, also, I'd like to just make sure that that DigiCheck is working. So let me see. Turn on push. Excuse me. Nope, not every time. We appreciate your patience in this matter. Okay, cool. It's not mastered or anything, so obviously it's production. So you might have to turn up the volume a little bit to hear this. I definitely will. And my vocal will actually be quite loud. So maybe I will... How am I going to handle this? Turn my vocal down. But yeah, let's have a listen, and then we can talk. So yeah, I just wrote this like yesterday, and then I can get into how I started writing it. There are some parts missing, so if you hear any blank areas.
24 those wild as you have they stole it all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and lose the compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. Silver hair witchy, I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Oh,
Okay, let's see, is my vocal loud enough? Probably way too loud. My gate is funky. Hold on. Maybe, yeah, there we go. Better. Probably a little harsh still. Yeah, just it is what it is. Compression, yeah, that helps. There we go. Cool. So yeah, here's the song. Open up Ableton. I'm not. Excuse me. I've been dealing with like a little cold. Apologize. Or not like a cold. I don't know, allergies. Something. I don't really feel that sick. But yeah. So how did I make this? I don't know. Usually I get sad and I write like love songs or something. I can't help myself. I sit down and I write like these really like emotional chord progressions, and then I go from there. But let me try to break it down. So I sat over at the piano, and well, okay. At first, I had this vocal melody from what was it? It was from a jam I did like a while back ago, and it was this kind of vocal melody here.
24 those wild as you have, they stole it all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and lose the compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot.
But so I had this melody, but I was actually just playing it on a like on one of the synths during a jam, and yeah, and then I thought it was catchy, and initially I used this chord progression. So like I had one chord progression from the Moog One in like a sequence, and actually maybe I'll just play that for you since it's on here. That is the sound of the Moog One when the fan first kicks in and it starts up, and then it quiets down, but it's like a jet engine taking off. I definitely try to keep it off. Like it stays in low fan mode most of the time, because I keep it pretty cool in here. But yeah, so I'll play you that, and then I came up with this little synth line, and then I thought that was like cool, and I was like, oh, why don't I turn that into a vocal melody? So I started writing some lyrics to the chord progression on the Moog One, and then regarding the Moog One, yeah, it's super loud just when it initially kicks in, but like I mean I've opened it up before, and there are like so many voice cards in there. The thing is packed. It's not like an OBE X8 where it's just like this tiny board. It's like board stacked like pancakes. So I'm not surprised. But yeah, let me get a new track, and then I can cool. So that's just on a so I don't have my camera set up the way that I would normally would, so you're just gonna hear, you're not gonna get to see me doing stuff on the Moog One, but I'm just loading a sequence that I had saved, which I believe was this one. And then let me just adjust a couple things. Man, I would love a quiet studio with central air, but I also love living in the middle of Manhattan. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. Okay. So I had this like chord progression. Actually, maybe I'll try something. Turn this off. And then I'm going to solo this and the chorus, or the section that I wrote. And
20 for the 20 for the
oh,
Twenty for 20
there we go. Okay.
20 for those wild as you have they stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and lose the compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. Silver heroish.
Cool. So you get the idea. I took what was a synth melody and I wrote some lyrics to it. And normally when I'm writing, I will. So yeah, Moog One did its part. Well, I guess we'll leave it on, but I'm gonna remove that channel. So when I'm writing, I usually come up with a hook, and then I try to build around a hook. So what I originally came up with was dog situation going on. Yeah, verse 1, right? So I started with this kind of phrase, and I usually just open up like a notes. So maybe I'll show that to you. Maybe I won't. Got a lot of personal notes in there. I'll do that some other time. But yeah, so I'll come up with like, I'll just open up a notes thing either on my phone or like, and I'll just kind of like, da, 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 da. You know, I'll start doing that sort of thing.
Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. Silver heroish, I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same?
So, you know, I rise into that, like, kiss the same. But when I was initially writing, I was like doing kind of like kiss the same. But that I was like, oh, that's got like potential for a hook, you know, like it's like an idea. And so then, you know, the track has to start from an idea. Like you can't just write like a bunch of random lyric. I mean, I guess you could, but the way that I approach it is like to me, there has to be some type of core idea. Like, what is this about? And for me, I'm like, I tend to write about this variations on the same thing, which, you know, read into this what you may about my love life. But like, this like tension that exists in relationship and that doesn't really like where you like unrequited love, for example, where like you want someone but you can't have them, and it's either because they don't want you, which sucks. We've probably all been there, or you want them and you can have them, but you probably shouldn't because they're like really bad for you. Which again, I think all of us have been there too. In this one, it's clearly about like the lyrics are for this first section. It's purple mountains, crimson skies, out in the parking lot, whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. silver hair, who is she? I don't want to know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? So clearly about like, you know, I don't know about all of you, but I've been in like relationships before where it's like, you know, you're with someone, you broke up, and you're like, you know, still kind of hooking up or something like that, but they're kind of hooking up with other people, and you're like, there's this like hope, you know, that somehow this is going to work out, but like in the back of your head, you know, it's like 100% not going to work out. So that's kind of like the core idea, is that like indulging in something that you shouldn't because you know it's like bad and that it's like not going to be healthy for you or a good investment or whatever you want to frame it. So then after I have that idea, I usually try to come up with a chorus, because if you have like a hook and you got the idea, like there's no chorus, there's no hook, like you got no song. So that's when I wrote this chorus part.
Silver hair, who is she? I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same.
So I'm a big, I don't know, like everyone's got their style. I'm not the best vocalist in the world by any means. I like did choir and like plays and stuff when I was younger, when I was a kid in school. So I have some vocal ability, but like it's not great. But we have all these incredible tools now. I don't usually use, yes, these are my vocals on the track. So, and maybe I'll record some vocals later if I'm feeling really, really like vulnerable or something, or secure in my vulnerability. I've never shown, like, I've never posted anything like this. I have a bunch of tracks like this, and this is what I would call an idea. Like, it's a really rough arrangement, just different placeholder parts and things while I write out the song. But so yeah, like everyone has their style. For me, I like a really quiet, breathy vocal. I like a kind of vocal fry when I can. This intro part is like a kind of a head voice falsetto, so it doesn't really lend itself as well to that. And then I don't know. I love just a big old like vocalized chorus, and then like a simple phrase or a simple statement, right? So, and I love a giant reverb. Like when I think about my pop inspirations, like Coldplay, like wow, like some of their production like is wild, you know, like there's these big, like these huge spaces. So someone mentioned earlier, they were like, oh, some stereo effects would be cool. Like, yeah, it does some stereo effects be cool. I'm recording like mono vocals and then I'm just sending them to a reverb right now. But like, you know, I keep track in my notes of like all the mix ideas I have. And so for this chorus, big stereo, right? And then this response would be centered with some stereo. And then that would be like maybe off to the right. And then on the second repetition, the response would be over on the left. So like kind of really build out the, so maybe that would be a little end left now. Center. Over to the right, you know, to give it like that sense of spaciousness, but we're not there yet. You know, this song is still very much like in progress. We're not at the mixing phase, but yeah, to give an idea of like the chorus. So the one other thing before we're done, I wanted to talk a little bit about lyrics. So I have this section here. I need to write. I have the second verse.
Summer nights together, hands that wander lost in lost. Dreams of others absent, all that moves the stars and us. Baby, hope is poison, but you feed me anyway. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same?
And this was in one take. That's why it's kind of like off kilter. It's like really breathy. These aren't super comp, but you can.
24 those wild as you have they stolen all.
But I was using like punch-ins and punch-outs. If you've never done that in Ableton, you can basically like, you know, punching in and punching out points will turn the loop into, so this would be your punch-in and this would be your punch-out, and it'll only record over like when it gets to that section. So you turn off loop unless you're trying to record like multiple comps. So sometimes I'll like loop a section, turn on punch-in and punch-out, or I should say, I'll just loop a section and just record, and Ableton will record a bunch of different vocal takes, well, a bunch of takes, and then you can go in and comp this. Like you can see this little icon right here. Let me make my mouse big. Yeah, this icon right here. See, it's got all these takes that I recorded, and it looks like I did comp like a little bit there, but normally I'd go in and comp like every single word practically and just pick the one that sounds best until, so I'll do like 20 or 30 takes. So I consider these like rough vocals. This is like idea vocal. This is like is this even worth my time vocal? And then this is like rough vocal, just something that is enough that I can like work with while I build out the rest of the track. And then I would go back after that to like toward the end and go into my closet with my Neumann instead of just sitting here like this. And that's why I was making so much noise in my hair, brushing it. But yeah, so that's kind of how I record stuff. Oh, what does comp mean? Sorry. Comp, okay, a couple questions. Sorry, I missed a lot of these. I don't ever share my vocals for people to use. I do have a Discord channel. I will link to it now. Well, in a second, once I'm, let me grab the link. Discord, copy. This should be the link to the Discord. Nope, that wasn't, that was the link to my YouTube channel. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Should really have this handier so I can link it more easily. There we go. Discord. Yeah, feel free to join the Discord. I'm like hanging out there. There are, I think, like 40 or something of us now, just like sharing stuff we're working on, making, listening to, stuff like that. Pretty fun. Excuse me. So next question. What does comp mean? So comp refers to this technique in, I guess, like any type of recording where you essentially take a bunch of passes. So you have like a whole, and you used to have to do this in Ableton, like you used to have to like actually go and sorry, hold on, my vocals just bothering me so much. Turn this down just a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, so comping was a method of basically just like splicing up different things. So for example, you'd record like the tape back in the day, like, I don't know, to do like 30 takes, and then you go through and actually like cut the tape and then splice the tape together. But then digital recording happened, and especially Pro Tools, like that became like part of the workflow of Pro Tools. Ableton didn't have this feature up until honestly pretty recently, and now they have comp lanes, which are great, or take lanes, and so you can like let's hear what this is.
24 those wild.
I can listen to like individual
24.
lanes.
24.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's not actually working here because this track has Melodyne on it, and Melodyne doesn't have ARA, whatever you want to call it. So the way that you would transfer a vocal into Melodyne, the quick way to do it is you click transfer, freeze the track, unfreeze the track, and it will pull all the information in, as opposed to being real time like it is in a lot of other DAWs, which is really frustrating. And that's like my number one feature request to Ableton would be, please fucking please fucking give us ARA2 support, so that you don't have to do that, and you can just like, it's just live feeding into Melodyne, which would be awesome. Because sometimes you just forget that you have, like, I try to create like a vocal factory basically, which just is one instance of Melodyne, and then I bounce to a new track or whatever. Anyway, so that's what comping is. You're basically grabbing the best parts of a performance and then you're stitching them together. And so that's what I did here, is I grabbed individual, like,
24 those wild as you have, they stole it all.
Singing like that, in that way, where you're like in falsetto and trying to do a really breathy falsetto, you lose a lot of air very quickly. So doing like a full verse without getting these huge breaths that then, like, you know, can make, I'm not a skilled enough singer to be able to do that. So what I did is I just record one line at a time, and then you know, what I would do toward the end of the production is I would go and I'd probably record this one line like 10 times, and then I would go through and I'd comp each word, and then I would do that for fucking everything. The lead vocal is the most important, so I'd do that, and then after that I would double track over. So I would record, after I got my, like, the lead vocal that I liked and was cleaned up, I'd then double track over that. And yeah, it's one of the reasons I don't release a lot of music, is because this is the kind of stuff I want to release, and vocals are just so much work. Yeah, thank you, Matt. Comp equals composite. Yeah, which makes sense, right? You're creating a composite of the full thing. So I wanted to say one last thing about lyrics, which lyrics are really important in pop music, and I grew up writing a lot. I went to like a super heavy writing school when I was younger, and was super into like poetry and writing stuff like that. And so my philosophy on writing is like imagery for music, right? Like your lyrics, like if lyrics suck, the melody can be good, but then you have people like humming along and singing really shitty lyrics. And that's always such a bummer, and one reason I hate like a lot of pop music. I'm not saying my lyrics are great, but like I want my lyrics to evoke like an image, and like the music is going to match the vibe, right? So like when I hear this song, like the vibe I feel is like it's got kind of a positive vibe, you know? Like if we listen to just the instrumentation without any of the vocals. Let me remove these. It's not like happy, but it's not sad. And when the kick drum comes in, it's like really vibey. Like, I don't know, I just, to me, this is like a summer sound. And so that was kind of but then like, I like contrast. Like, I mean, most people I think like contrast, but I like contrast. So it's like, I want this like kind of happy, almost uplifting sound, but then, because the core of the lyrics, it's like about hope, right? It's like you're spending time with someone you shouldn't, they're fucking somebody else. Like, who knows what you're doing, like whatever. It's an awkward situation. It's not a great situation. It's probably a toxic situation. So like, but like the moment is euphoric, right? You're like, it's like a drug. You're like enjoying something in the moment, even if it's like bad for you long term. So, you know.
24 those wild as you have, they stole it all.
So getting back to the lyrics, like the first line is 24 those wild eyes you have, they stole it all. Imagery, right? Like you wanna have. I like to have dense lyrics that are very image heavy and don't use very many filler words. So here we're getting like the age of someone. You're immediately like picturing someone young, wild eyes, like whatever that means to you. And then like stole it all. Like there's a, you know, like when you hear stealing, like you have an image in your head about that particular verb, stealing, right? To steal, I should say. And the second line is simple pleasures seem so harmless right until they aren't. So sometimes like Max Martin had this really good quote about like lyrics where he said, you know, don't worry about whether or not the lyrics like work out grammatically or make sense necessarily grammatically. Just like they should fit. And I agree with that. But in this case, the second line, I want to evoke like a certain sense of like, I don't know, you're just trying to like, it's like an idea, like everyone understands this idea, like where you're like, oh yeah, it's all right if I just like play video games for 8 hours and then like you do that 3 days in a row or something, and you're like, oh, or like, oh, it's okay if I just smoke a little crack, like, and then your life falls apart. I don't have any experience in that, but just as a joke. And then this third line is crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. And then the last line is trim the sails and lose your compass, taste me east to west. So like very sexual kind of connotations here, right? And it's like imagery, like and metaphor, right? I thought that was a clever one. And then the last section, you know, purple mountains, crimson skies, out in the parking lot. Like that was the original line that I wrote when I started writing the lyrics, and that to me was like, I don't know. I grew up on the West Coast, and like I remember when I had my first car and I was like driving I grew up in Portland, Oregon, and then I was driving down into like Southern Oregon and then Northern California when I was I don't remember how old I was, but I remember just getting out and like laying on the hood of my car, like out in like some parking lot, and the weather was just like perfect, and I don't know, there was just a moment of like of real like innocence in that, where you like there's nothing like wrong, everything's good, like you have no cares or worries in the world, and so that's sort of like what that like imagery evoked to me. And then this next line, whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. Like I think in relationship there's always a sense of ownership. You know, there's a power dynamic, right? And it's like you're being vulnerable with somebody and saying like, oh, like, you know, I'm opening up to you, which gives you the power to kind of like hurt me, right? So I wanted to kind of like, I had this idea of like this couple or something like out in, you know, out in some like idyllic setting, and they're, you know, promising each other like that they're going to be together, even though clearly like the next line is silver hair, who is she? I don't want to know her name. It's like, you know, I think we all have experienced, or I think most people have experienced some form of jealousy where you like your partner, ex-partner, current partner, hopefully not, but it happens, was with someone else, and like you kind of want to know everything about them, but you also like don't want to know anything about them. So it's sort of like that dichotomy, the you know, and you can convey a lot with just 2 words. So it's silver hair, like, you know, and then who is she? It's like immediately, without any like in 5 words, you have a clear idea that there's like you're like, oh yeah, this is like a naughty situation, like infidelity maybe. And then the last line is, baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? And I went back and forth on this line a few times. Initially it was like, do you love her? Does she kiss the same? And it's funny how just changing one word can make it so different, like do versus when. When is like inevitable, right? Do is like there's still a possibility that you know, we don't, like the person in question, your partner in question, like doesn't love this person. But then, sorry, my vocal is all over the place today. Right, so there's still like a hope when it's due, right? You're asking a question, it could go either way. And like, I didn't want that. I wanted it to be like very much like, you know, when you love her, which also implies like maybe sex, like making love, like when you're having sex with someone. So I felt like there was some multi-layered meanings. So there's a lot packed into just that section, and it all is like lots of images, lots of ideas, but all relate to the central theme. And that's how I write lyrics, is I come up with the core idea, which is like a feeling, which is paired with the vibe of the track, right? And that's the hook, and then build out from there, right? So everything's kind of in service to that one idea. And that way, when you get to the chorus, it, like lyrically, should really pack an emotional punch in addition to sonically. So that's my little lecture on writing lyrics. You know, what can I say? That's that's just my take on it. And we'll be done with that. But yeah, so when you're writing lyrics, images should be in service to the vibe and the central idea, the theme, and always start with the hook. So cool. All right, so then let's talk about the composition, right? So I played you that chord sequence on the Moog, and then I was like, this is cool, but let me go sit down at the piano, as I always do, so I don't end up with just this like repeating, you know, not boring, it was cool, but like it's a repeating sequence, and I'm going to be locked into this, and that's going to really not have a lot of opportunity for composition. So then I went over to my Nord Grand, and I just started playing around, and I ended up coming up with some entirely different chords. And so if we listen to this, I believe that's a see, G over, I think it's a G7 minor. And then I think that's a B flat 7. Yes. Yeah, so G minor 7 to B flat 7, and it's like an inversion. And then this is F sus 2, and then into F, just F. So it's like, actually, the reason it sounds kind of hopeful, right? There's that initial minor, the G minor 7, which gives you that kind of darker tone, but then we're actually jumping into like a major chord, and then the sus, which on the third chord, it gives like tension, which then resolves, and it makes it more complex. Like, we're not just using triads, right? Extensions are cool. So this repeats twice, right? And then here we go to like a dominant 7th chord. Or, sorry, that was the intro, so yeah. So intro, verse, leading into the chorus, we have a dominant 7th on the last chord on like the turnaround. And then I just hit straight up G minor. It's simpler, right? But then back to the B flat 7, and then the F sus 2 into F, and then repeating. So it's like more Someone says I need a bit more expander on my... Yeah, I know. I have a lot of expander on my vocal. It's just TotalMix. It's as good as I can get, and then there's the noise floor is just too high. There's not really anything I can do about that. I could like not compress my vocal, but I'll play around with this week and try to see if I can get it better. I think what I would do is, yep, I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, my dogs are great. Anyway, so back on track with this. So these chords are all pretty great. They work. They allowed me to then go and write some more things, and I was like, oh well, let me, get the idea of the song out. So you can see I've got these different markers around here, which I added. I got a little into a non-ordinary state of consciousness last night, if you will, and I just started writing in my notes, and then also on here some like notes to myself around what to do. So initially I was just going to end it here and be like, it was going to be a 3-minute, 30 long, second track. And like that all sounded well and good. And I was just going to have this breakdown here, and I have this breakdown. It says Brian Wilson Bridge. So Brian Wilson passed, which I'm such a huge Brian Wilson fan. Like, what an incredible musician. I love his composition and use of an arrangement of vocal harmonies. So I wanted to do like a really cool, like Brian Wilson-esque kind of bridge here, which I haven't gotten to yet. I just have kind of a placeholder of just this like, just something. And then initially this was just gonna go right into the chorus again, which is cool. But I realized I was just like, oh man, if I were DJing, I would just be like filtering this out and like adding effects and building and building and building. And I got up here and I said even more build, right? And so then I was like, oh, actually, you know what? Instead of doing the outro, I'm just gonna drop it again, like super big finally right here after this like massive build. So, it's good to start with a more conventional arrangement. This is intro, verse, intro 8 bar, verse 16 bar, chorus 16 bar, verse 16, chorus 16, 8 for a bridge, and then 24 of a chorus. So like kind of a longer extended chorus before a short outro, or just dropping, right? But like, why not a 32 bar build into one last final drop? And yeah, like it'll be a longer song. It won't be 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It'll probably be like 4 minutes and 30 seconds, but it's a progressive house tune really at the end of the day. That's going to be such a fat drop. And so I wanted to like really take my time here and build it up. So there's a lot that needs to happen here. But once I had this, you can see there's not a lot going on in this track right now. We've got this piano, and then we've got a verse and a chorus, just a couple different layers, right? And then there's just this little like kind of that call, which I put in the intro. I love a callback, right? So here's something, you don't hear it until the track's almost over. But it just adds a cool little, it's like a totally cool little melody. And then we just have some really basic like kicks. This is in a groovy pattern. It's just super standard. Everything's on the grid, and it's just straight up kick, hi-hat, clap snare. And I will redo the drums, but it's enough to give me an idea. And I think that would be my biggest recommendation when writing songs is get the whole song out and most importantly, get the composition, like get the music, get the notes, like the actual MIDI information that you're going to be working with, like flesh that out. Otherwise, your song is gonna, and you're going to get all these different layers. It's going to get really complicated. You're going to start mixing, and it's like you're not going to have, like like a song has to be good with just a piano and a vocal, in my opinion, for pop music. And if it's good like that, it's going to kill when you build it out, assuming you do it that well. But that's what I did, is I just sat down at the piano, and then I just, you know, did
24 those wild as you have they stolen all.
just to prove my point.
Seem so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and loose, look compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. Silver hair, who is she? I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same?
I think that sounds great. Just like I personally get like chills when I listen to that without any of the other instrumentation, and that's the key. Like, but that might just be me. You know, my music resonates with me. I hope it resonates with other people, but also I don't really care that much. Like, I just want to make stuff that, like, I get sad, you know, and then I'm like, oh man, I'm so sad, and then I write a sad, kind of hopeful song, and then I feel really good, and that's the story of my life. Someone asked how long into the composition. So I started this yesterday, and yeah, I started this yesterday. So what I wanted to do today actually is, because I don't think this composition's actually, like the composition part is actually complete. So what I did earlier today when I first woke up is I just went and I sat down over at the keyboard, and I just started, like, you know, trying things out again. And I came up with some, like, other ideas, some embellishments and things in terms of, like, the chord progression that I want to try out. Specifically, I found I came up with this, like, 10-7 sequence just fit really nicely into here. I don't know how it will actually play out, but I thought it would be cool to, like, it would really change the vibe up for a second, and then just, like, since this is going to be such a long build, and it's so repetitive, and it's like we've heard this vamping kind of the chords the whole time, I want to switch something up here harmonically pretty big, so that when I come back in, and this is just an idea, I don't know if this will pan out, but, like, we have to try it out. But then when we come back into here in this massive build, it'll like, things will feel fresh. Another thing, so I had this cool idea for this track. Like, right now we just have this piano, but what I want to do is I want to, like, slowly fade in a polysynth over the course of the entire thing, and then in this final drop, instead of dropping with piano, like, over time, basically the Moog One is going to end up just, like, replacing that. So it kind of starts out as more of, like, an Adele style pop track, just piano, vocals, and a kick and stuff, and then over time it's going to morph into this, like, cool, like, kind of traditional prog house tune for the final drop. Also, I need a bass line, so, or maybe we'll try to write a bass line today, but I don't expect to finish this today. I'm just going to work on some things. I have a list of things that I need to do. But first and foremost, I want to finalize the chord progression. So I am going to take a real quick break and get some coffee. And actually, before we do that, I'll go ahead and set up my Nord. Let's pick a new MIDI track. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to... How do I want to do this? Yeah, how do I want to do this? I think we're just going to go and play around for a little bit, and I'm just going to set up a MIDI track recording so that it's capturing stuff, but it's not, yeah, that's what I'll do. Call this like Nord ideas. Make sure nothing else is recording. Great. Then yeah, yes. Okay, and then that should work. All right, I have some coffee, and I'm gonna go get that in a second, but let me answer a couple questions in the chat. Is there something where you get your inspirations from? I usually get rhythms during sports and melodies after breakfast and I play that on my bass. Yeah. Good question. So I write in the key of G, like almost exclusively because that fits my vocal range, which sometimes works out well, but sometimes it can be problematic because like the low C, for example, which would be dropping down to the subdominant of like, so from G down to C, right? C is very low for bass. Like it'll show up on a club system, like a big PA, but it's very low. So sometimes it's a little problematic. But yeah, I write in G a lot, so I just kind of like, I'll come up with like a synth sound or like some type of synth arpeggio, like repeating. It's usually a really simple thing, and then I'll kind of just I kind of come up with like a vocal, you know, I could have started kind of riffing over the top of that. And then that's how I usually write a hook. And then from there I get more serious about things. But once I don't want to invest time. I have so limited my time is so limited these days. Like, thank God I don't have human children. I have canine children, which are a lot of work, but thank God I don't have human children because, like, wow, I feel like I barely have enough time between like taking care of myself and then trying to find time to do all this, and like, but yeah, so I have to be really ruthless with my time. So like, I'll come up with an idea and then try it out and see like, can I come up with a hook? And then if it's sticky, I'll usually develop what I call a kernel or a seed, and then I'll get like I'll spend like just an hour or two and try to write like a little pre-chorus into a chorus, and then share that with some girls, some girlfriends of mine. And then if they're like, ooh, yeah, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll spend time on that. Because it's like, if the ladies don't like the pop music, you're like, what are you doing with your life? Okay, I'm gonna go grab my coffee, and then I'm gonna go over to the keyboard, and we're gonna try to work on this bridge. So be right back. I got my coffee. Yeah, so I got some coffee and I wanted to listen to this track again before I go sit over there. So we'll listen to that, and I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and I can answer some questions. But yeah, I wanted to get one more listen through before go sit at the piano because I want to make sure I've got context. So here we go. From the top.
For those wild as you have they stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and lose the compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson scattered in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. Silver hair Luigi, I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same. Does she kiss the same? The same. Summer nights together, hands that wander lost in lost. Dreams of others absent, all the moves of stars and us. Baby, hope is poison, but you feed me anyway. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same. 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 Does she kiss the same? The same.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty awesome. Even with this just simple arrangement. So all right, feeling sufficiently caffeinated. So when I go over to the piano, I'm going to not be able to answer questions or see what people are saying. Oh, I guess I could join the chat from my phone. And I'm just going to plug into my mixer over there with my headphones. So yeah, we'll just hope everything works the way it should. Let me see if I can join the chat from my phone so I can see if there are questions. Cool, I did. Okay, that'll work. So I can, Cool, I did. Okay, that'll work. Turn my volume down. But yeah, so we'll go over to the keyboard. And we'll make sure Can someone just let me know in the chat they can still hear my vocal and everything? Because I can't, so just want to make sure that's gonna work correctly. Not great lighting. But we'll work with it. But yeah, just let me know in the chat that you can hear my vocal okay and everything. And then turn local MIDI off. And also, please let me know that you can hear the piano. Otherwise, this is going to be silly. It's out of the way. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, can you hear the piano? Yes? No? Maybe? Cool. Yeah, so this track, we start out, like I said, on this nice, like, I don't remember the Henry will kill me or this. I don't remember the proper terminology for an inversion when you have an extension, but yeah, it's like a first inversion of or let's see. Yeah, it's an inversion of a G minor 7. It's the first chord. And then B flat 7. And then into F sus2, or oh, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, so originally I think I was playing these up here. I was playing. But I wanted to try to get some harmonic variations, so I was going to drop down to an inversion for the verses. So I would play down here. And then into the chorus. So now we're just doing a minor triad to like simplify the chorus harmonically. So right here, this is when I would, in the track, normally I would just, again, go back to the F, resolve to the F major, and then go back to the verse. But what I was thinking of doing when I was playing around this morning was, so we're here for the chorus, and then drop down and play a D minor 7, which is pretty close to, it's like, it's one semitone with one key off from a dominant 7, right? So it still has that kind of like, that dominant 7th sort of like leading feel to it. So I was gonna go from and then this would go into the bridge. Isn't that nice? I think that sounds really, really, I think that sounds really sexy for a bridge. So, yeah, chorus. Sorry, it's and then back into the verse. Or no, excuse me, back into the chorus, because we'd go from the bridge back into that like chorus build that I was taught that like the big build, the really big build. So it would be I need to figure out how to lead that a little bit better, but I like the vibe. It's like a so it's a normal 10/7, but to make it less like generic, I turned everything into an extension. So yeah, normally like 10/7 would be right. Is this a 10/7? Yeah. you get the idea. So I want to record this and then fuss around with, I need to figure out this transition right here. So we're coming from the chorus. I think it would just work. I think it's just gonna work. So yeah, I need to record this MIDI. And then I also need to re-record I played this whole thing live, that whole thing live. So maybe I'll just re-record the keys a bit. Yeah, I'll probably turn my mic off and then listen over the main speakers and record this and then meet back over there. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Okay, gonna make it happen. Be right back. Okay, can't hear myself, but I'm gonna set this up and make sure this is recording before I get in too deep, you know what I mean? I kind of don't want to fuck with the arrangement, so maybe I will actually save this as a different real quick. Okay. And I'll just... I think I'm just going to loop through and try to record the MIDI through the whole track. Sounds sketchy. Turn the vocals off. And what else are we going to turn off? This little... that. Just leave the drums, turn the keys off. New keys. Intro. Actually, let me take a look at this real quick. G, F. Yeah, so I was playing... Okay. Yeah, gotta give it a shot, see how it goes. How many bars is this? So this is that sequence, and then 2. Yeah, this can be tricky. I have a Nord Grand 2. Someone asked what piano I have. I have a Nord Grand 2, which is great. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit record. You know, I'm not gonna loop it. I'm just going to... I think I'm just gonna mute everything and use the metronome. Yeah, I'm just gonna loop everything and use the metronome. Mute everything, use the metronome. Turn this off. Okay. So I'm gonna turn off my mic so that I can hear the audio, and then I'm gonna go over there, and yeah. See you back here in a minute. Okay, we are back. I recorded a bunch of MIDI. Oh man. Let's check the comments. I feel like I was playing a little bit better yesterday, but I really just want to see if this idea is going to work. I think I was playing twice as long, though, if that makes sense. Also, I was adding in this little groove, which I think is not going to work. Alright, but let's check this out. Oh yeah, I was way off. Oh yeah, you need to go all the way over here to find that bridge. Whoa! So we need 8 bars of this, which I think would be 44. So let's just grab this and make a new MIDI clip. Duplicate this, delete, delete, delete. All right, let's find that bridge. What is going on? Oh, right. Actually, why is that happening? Is this still sending MIDI? Probably. Okay, so let's just quantize this a little bit. Eight notes. So I would need to re-record this cool little idea. Which I guess I can do right now. I think I froze this. Yeah, this is the new, somebody asked, is this the new Mac? I said, yeah, this is the new Mac, and it's so fast. I can do so much stuff with it, it's awesome. Everything just is so quick, it's crazy. All right, well, before I get into that, I also want to figure out if this inversion is going to work that I was talking about with the check out this section over the verses. Quantize this a little bit. Very different vibe, huh? This here.
24 those wild as you have been stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless, right?
Right.
24 those wild as you have been stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless, right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and lose your compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is meant to tear apart. Silver hair, who is she? I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the
Actually, keep the playing. Fun. Let's just do this. I think this idea that I had is probably not going to work out. I think this could work, but
24 those wild as you have they stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they
compared to, I mean, the rhythm's off, but
24 those wild as you have they stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and use the compass, takes me east to west. Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is meant to tear apart. Silver hair who is she? I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? 24
gotta hear how it rolls in.
Silver hair who is she? I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same?
Nope, I like the original.
24 those wild as you have they stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal
In the comments suggesting kooky reverb / delay on the same 100%. Like all that ear candy cool stuff, that's like, that happens. For me, that happens like much later. Right now, I'm literally just trying to figure out like the composition, right? So like I'm really focused. I'm like not even thinking about anything. I'm not thinking about mix. I'm not thinking about sound design. I'm not thinking about like ear candy, transitions, like effects, drums. Like all I'm thinking about right now is just MIDI notes and like, you know, the vocal line, the melody, and the chords. And that's probably going to be the whole day. It's just like I really want to try out this. I think this bridge is going to work. I don't think this inversion is going to work in the, like, I just don't think this sounds great.
24 those wild as you have they stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspirations.
Let's try like, I just think this sounds better. some theory, is that I think the top note, right, of the chord is this D, and I'm pretty sure that is the note that I'm singing in the melody. So it's like reinforcing the melody without, and I think that's why, to me at least, it just sounds better.
24 those wild as you have they stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted ocean.
So what we're gonna do then is copy this here.
24.
And then I'm gonna shut off these for now.
Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same. Tell me. Does she kiss the same? The same. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same.
All right, so we want to roll into this chord, or into this and actually what I'm going to do to match this is I'm going to just copy 8 bars, so I get the all of the velocities and everything like that, and so the playing is going to be consistent, because I actually really just like the way that I recorded this yesterday, it turns out, which sometimes that's how it is, right? You just gotta like try stuff, you know, don't force it. And that wasn't coming together the way that I wanted it to, but I do like the compositional changes. So I'm going to copy the MIDI information from the previous 8 bars and then repeat that, and then I'm going to change the notes manually so that I keep the timing, the feel of the original, but then we're going to get a different chords. So same feel, different voice. I will remember the big reverb on Sam, don't worry. I promise I won't forget that. There was going to be a really big, delayed out, cool thing, and vocal harmonies and all that jazz. Okay. So, right, I'm copying these, and I'm pasting them here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it here, and then I'm going to select these two so I can see, which is a cool thing that Ableton does now. So basically, I just want to bring the I want to bring all the blues to where the pinks are, and that will yeah. So blues to pinks. The D here. So that first chord's good. And then And actually we're going to swap these so that I'm hearing when I'm changing. And select this again. So blues to pinks. I'll bring this down. This down. Turn the grid on. This down. Cool. This one up. And then looks like this needs to come down. Cool. And then we need interesting. Oh, here it is. We'll deal with voice leading afterward. We're just matching up the notes right now. That looks right to me. Okay, now we'll just listen. Turn off vocals and stuff. This doesn't sound right. So this would be C and then D, E, G. This is not right. This should be G to C. Let's see, C, C, D, E, D, E, G. That should be right. Turn this off. Somebody's saying something I'm not. So this is G, and then D, should be, hold on, what was I playing? G, D, D, F, yeah, that's right, and then this should be C, and then D, E, G. Interesting. It just kind of sounds like shit. Is there some MIDI I'm not seeing? Yes, there is. Wait. No, this is right. I might trip out. There we go. Cool. Alright, so we got that. And then we go back into the chorus. We'll grab this. This will be cool. Okay. Yeah, this will be fun. Check it out. So we're gonna make this. So I really like this. Actually, okay, we're gonna do this real quick, and then I'm gonna. So we're going to change this little vocal on the bridge. To me, on a real quick aside, working in Ableton is not about making shit as fast as possible. I see people like speedrunning things, and like I feel like that's such a dude thing to do, where guys just like are like, oh, I'm gonna speedrun this shit, make a fucking trap beat. I'm like, bro, like cool. But to me, it's much more about like what are you making? You know, like I'm not trying to bang something out in like an hour and be like, cool, I did something in an hour. I'm like trying to make something that I'm gonna be like, this is perfect. So yeah, just a quick aside. But okay, so we got Melodyne armed. We move this to a new track. Pull this Melodyne off of this track, I think. Or wait, backtrack for a second. Okay, yeah. Delete this Melodyne instance. And now, wait. Try it back on. Okay, arm it. And then this is how you get Melodyne stuff into, or audio into Melodyne quickly in Ableton. You have a very fast computer, you freeze, you unfreeze, and then there it is. And that's the fastest way to do it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this vocal I recorded of my vocal, and I'm gonna loop this section while we're working on it. So we want if you've not used Melodyne, it's amazing. Let's go back to pitch tool. And actually, let me arrange these a little bit better. Right, it's snapping to the chord grid. That's what's going on. Snap, pitch grid, key snap, chromatic snap. And then note separation. See, it would be nice. So one of the reasons why I wish Ableton would put ARA support in here is that, like, in order to move my what's that thing called? Blanking. Whatever. I don't know why I can't think of the word for it right now. But in order to move my frame of reference, it's like I have to leave the plugin and then go click into the DAW, versus if they had ARA support, not only would it pull the audio live from the track, it would also allow me to move my that thing. Can't believe I'm forgetting the word for this. This is in, let's see, somebody asked, what key is this? This is in G minor, but this section right here is, I guess, technically in G major. No, it's not. It's just it's a sequence. So I guess it's like a Dorian scale, I guess, because we're taking that, like, that E flat, D sharp, and we're raising it semitone. So it's going from a G minor scale to like a G Dorian, which I guess could be really thought of as just like a C. It's like a C major. It's like a C major scale, actually, which makes sense because it's like G, C is a, what is that? Fourth from G or something. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, Melodyne, very cool. We want to get the timing of this a little bit better. And the note, so the note change happens here. So note separation tool, you can see it dipping down. Zoom in more. Yeah, you can really see those blobs. Whoa. Make this, you guys can see Melodyne, right? I'm not just like sitting here talking about this stuff and you can't see it. But yeah, you can see it dip down. So like that's clearly a note. Should be separated. And let's just get the pitches right first. Yep. And then I want to do the same thing to this, this right here. So we're going to do the exact same thing. Transfer. And then, actually, I want to create, I'm doing this in a different track. I don't really name stuff when I'm just producing. I just go and I just do it and then I do it later. Actually, I'm probably gonna just rewarp that. And let's get that instance of Melodyne on here. Transfer, freeze track, unfreeze track. Okay. Actually, it works. What do you know? Because it's a G. Yeah, it just worked, so we don't need to actually mess with it. It was just this first part, so I'm going to just remove basically everything I just did. And then I had this auto filter on here. So cool new thing in Ableton, you can like bounce to a new track. So we can go like I don't know why it does all that weird stuff, but it and then we can that's when you know an idea does not work. I'm like all about this sequence, but it does not transition into this well at all. And I really don't know how I would do it. I guess I would have to change the entire second half of this, really, I think, to make this work. I would basically have to. So like the first half would be like this. it's too big of a harmonic switch. I'm gonna try one last thing before we abandon this idea. And there are two roads we could go down. Let's mute this again. So we end on a B flat, but what we need to do is we probably need to go down to D, and then we need to try a dominant seventh, see if that'll work. So D, and then we'll do C, F sharp, A. This should also be D, actually. G, right? And this would be C, and then this would be F sharp, and then this would go to should lead back around well. It's pretty abrupt. Yeah, so like the thing, like someone in the chat is suggesting like snares and stuff like that. Like, no. Like it has to work harmonically. If you, otherwise you're just like forcing it, right? Like, so I don't like, that's why I'm not worried about any of the other stuff. It has to harmonically flow like really, really well, and it doesn't right now. And so I'm gonna try a couple other things. But the problem is with this sequence is that it's so strong, like harmonically, that it really, your ear just wants to hear that. So I think what I would actually do here is like, and this could actually be really cool. You know, this is like an 80s style. This is like, in the 80s, you know, they used to switch keys in songs all the time. I could play out the last, I could basically change the chorus, right? So the first part of, like the first chorus, second chorus, first chorus, right? That goes into like, that's just like the traditional chords, right? And then we go into this breakdown, into this bridge, and the bridge changes the key, and then we end up with this like key change. So we're gonna try it out. this is gonna be sick. Okay, see, this is gonna be really, really cool, I think. Okay. I'm gonna create a new chorus channel, and we'll get another instance of Melodyne. We'll need to do this. So let's do this Does She Kiss the Same first. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool. Okay, hold on. Let me think about it. I hope this is fun. I know normally I'm just jamming, doing like dub techno and whatever comes to mind and playing with synths, but like this is like meaningful music to me. And it's not something that like, I mean, there's some virtuosic players out there. I am not that. I'm pretty good on the keys. I think I'm like a Jane of all trades. I can mix, I can master, I can compose, I can play, I can sound design, I can do all that stuff. But you know, hello from San Diego. Hello, how are you? I love San Diego. Yeah. What was I saying though? But yeah, the compromise is that to like you know, when people are making like pop music, you know, you want it to sound like the bar is so high, and that's where you get into like the really fine detail. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing this stuff for a very long time, and I've been using Ableton forever. It's so powerful, and yeah, I thought this would be cool, and I want to get this stuff done, and I'm tired of it just sitting on these things just sitting on my hard drive. So I'll do some jams again, but we're doing this. All right, before I lose my train of thought. Okay, so we want to. This has a de-esser on it. This is just a rough vocal, right? So I don't really care that much about. That's how cool this new computer is. It's so fast. Okay, so we got that. We're gonna slap on another instance of Melodyne, and this just like helps me compose the vocal idea. Like sometimes it would be easier to just sing, but maybe I'm a little embarrassed. And also with the routing of all the different audio, it's a lot to try to figure out right now. So I just want to okay. Ready to transfer, freeze and flat. And then freeze that. Then we're gonna move to this section. Where are my blobs? Where are my blobs? So these should actually be pretty good because I already did Melodyne stuff on them. Got to think about what I can actually sing, right? So maybe I'll lengthen this a little bit. Whoops. That's cool. Alright, so that sounds good, and I guess I'll just do it to the other ones too. Separation. I'm hearing like ooh, or something. The problem with sequences like this is that they're used so much in so many songs that, like, I mean, no one's gonna be like, oh, you copy a totally different song than those songs, but yeah, it's a really common device because it sounds cool. Just a little bit different right before the drop. Wait. Let me flat this real quick. This here, switch these, so this should be here. So yeah, so this is like an A, and then we have like a B variation. so here's the plan. Like, I'm going to whatchamacallit. So like this whole thing would be, my plan for this section, right, is like here, so we come out of this chorus. Like the full drop, but with this different, like, changing keys basically in the middle of the song, which is why not. Let's listen to this though, before I invest any more time, because we want to make sure that this like makes sense. I think I can just hold on. Yeah, let's flatten this. Let's bounce this to a new track. We want this here. One last big drop into the chorus and play out with this sequence. What an interesting track. Okay, let's listen from the top. All right.
24 those wild as you have they stole it all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and lose the compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson scattered in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heartless mind to tear apart. Silver hair, who is she? I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same. Tell me. Does she kiss the same? The same.
Need another verse here.
But you feed me any summer nights together, hands that wander lost in lost dreams of others absent, all that moves the stars and us. Maybe hope is poison, but you feed me anyway. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same. Does she kiss the same? The same. Does she kiss the same? The same. Tell me. Does she kiss the same? The same. Does she kiss the same? The same. Tell me.
Yeah, so it changes the song completely. How do I feel about it? I like it, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna need to I have this version, so I think I need to just save it and chill and listen back. Yeah. Dog around here somewhere. The problem is that once I hear that sequence, I can't not unhear it, and it colors the original. I'll listen one more time, and I'm gonna just do something to I'm just gonna do. I started Pro Q4. Oh, right, earlier. Just gonna do a bunch of stuff for funsies, just to see if this would work. High pass filter. Actually, you know, it'd be easier for this purpose. Very psychedelic. Let's try it. Why not? You know, I mean, I'm just trying to have fun. So we'll start this very slow, like here. Copy over all this stuff. Hear how this drops. All right. Let me start from course 2. Verse 2.
Summer nights together, hands that wander lost in lost. Dreams of others absent, all that moves the stars and us. Baby, hope is poison, but you feed me anyway. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same.
Yeah, I don't know. Not, I like it, but I don't know if it's right for the song. It might just be trying to squeeze in something that just doesn't belong in this song. And like maybe the original. Let's listen once through, and then I think I'm probably just gonna call it a day after that because I need to take a step back and not listen to this for a bit. Actually, what I also want to do here is just real quick. Get rid of hats will come in. We'll just speed everything up. Why is this? Oh, copy automation. Other option would be to drop into a third verse. This arrangement's getting real wild. Alright, let's just listen from the beginning. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. I think I need to just come back to it and decide. Might talk to a friend, another music friend about it, see what he thinks. I think one thing is like this. It changes the whole vibe of the track, which is cool. But this has to. Just try something. Actually, we have the MIDI for this, right? We do. Yes. Going to wait right here. Great. Turn that off. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. Get rid of this here on the drop. This is what I wanted to do. This little happened here. I edit it here. Could have sworn I just could have sworn I just changed this. Oh, I changed it here. Right. Just duplicate. Dirt. Maybe we'll actually keep this one for right before the drop. That's gonna make the vocal stuff complicated. We'll consider that later. Okay. So we've got this breakdown. Got really loud and wild. I was doing that live. Try that one more time. That was fun. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it would be fun to go like that from one genre. Like, let's try that out. Let's try that out. Okay, we're gonna try it out in the full song and see how it plays.
Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration. perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and lose the compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. Silver hair, who is she? I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same. Does she kiss the same? The same. Summer nights together, hands that wander lost in lost. Dreams of others absent, all the moves of stars and us. Maybe hope is poison, but you feed me anyway. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same. 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 Does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same? The same.
Yeah, with a bass.
Does
With,
she
like, an,
kiss the same?
yeah, I actually think it's pretty cool. You know, I set out to make a Brian Wilson-esque kind of bridge, and Brian Wilson, I think, would be all about this weird, but also like awesome change. And I really like this. I really like this mixing the Moog One in like this is very cool. It like changes the track so much because it's like it starts off like with this very acoustic vibe, and then kind of you don't even realize it in chorus 2. It switches into this like very synth heavy track, and then with like various, I think, you know, okay, I'm gonna record this, and then yeah, I'm gonna record this little thing live, and then I need to take a break. I would love to. I have a rule about recording stuff, which is that well, Let me think about this. I'm going to do a tiny bit of modulation on this, so it sounds just good right off the bat. Yeah, okay. Then let me think. I can go back and record it through the master bus transformer and stuff later. So we'll just do
Those wild as you have, they stole it all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and lose the compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. Silver hair, who is she? I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same?
or something, but that's enough to have like an idea of this shenanigans. I guess I recorded with the compressor on. Not great, but whatever. Probably go back and do this again some other time. I think it recorded with the compressor on. Let's check. Yeah, definitely. Oh, are these all getting cut off? Yeah, they are. Should probably fix that. Where did that start happening? Yeah. What's happening here? Oh, I guess it's happening everywhere. I guess I'll just leave it for now. Maybe I'll listen back to this real quick and just see if this was... Yeah, I'll definitely...
24 those wild as you have they stolen all. Simple pleasure seems so harmless right until they aren't. Crystal perspiration, salted oceans cross your breast. Set the sails and lose the compass, taste me east to west. Purple mountain crimson skies out in the parking lot. Whispers intimate your heart is mine to tear apart. Silver hair wishy, I don't wanna know her name. Baby, tell me when you love her, does she kiss the same? Does she kiss the same?
forgot this. I was off the whole time. Okay, hold on. But yeah, this really works now. The Moog One, like blending in, and it's like the tonal content from the synth, the timbral content, the synth, and then the harmonic change match now. Like an outro. We'll just do an outro real quick. Oh, yeah, that got messed up. I'll deal with that later. Outro. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just like fade, probably re-record this Moog One stuff again. This is cool. All right. I think I'm going to be done for the day. I need some time away from this track. We have the previous version. I think this works pretty well. I'll probably re-record this Moog One synth line and fine-tune it a little bit. and then an outro will just like, we just want to ride that out, so we'll like fade out the vocals, so then it's just ending with the synth, and then this like da 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 da, da stuff, like in the intro, where first hear it. I think that's really cool though. It's like the, this turned out better. Oof, hear all this playing. It starts out like very acoustic. And it's like, the first drop is like, just the keys, right? And then in verse 2, we kind of get starts to sound a little more like fusion. Starting to sound much bigger. Add some more like a lead synth line over the top. Nice splash into this with some like crash, like a more vocal harmonies. High past this kick. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it all works now. I'll probably keep that. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. Let me save this. Okay. Re-record this synth line. Clone note to myself. Yeah, so I think that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, when I make stuff like this, I'm a little more deliberate, for better or worse. But I think what I'm gonna do is, yeah, be done. And then the next thing I really need to do is come back and make some banging drums now. Like, these are good placeholder drums, but I want to add some drums that are like groovier and more detailed, more intricate 16-bar loop that I could listen to like forever on a loop and be like just going. So I think that'll be like the next main thing now that I think and then I need to write another whatchamacallit, the first half of the second verse. I need to write that. And then I may change up the lyrics for the bridge, right? Because it's a little repetitive, like, da 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 da, does she kiss the same? Like, it's cool, this part or whatever. I don't know. Definitely writing a verse 2. It's first half, second verse. And drums, that'll be my next thing. And then I want to write some lead lines to fill out the kind of the vibe, And just add in some different bass line. Big time. Need a bass line on the drop. But that'll be easy. It's just gonna be like and then yeah. But I'm like pretty cooked. I started working on this yesterday and I've just been going nonstop, so I want to just like chill for the rest of the day. Got work tomorrow. So yeah. I don't know if I'll work on this again next Sunday. Then I may stream at some point during the middle of the week when I'm working on this. But yeah, we'll definitely finish this. And my plan is to finish more of this pop stuff and put it out. So if you follow my YouTube and probably Instagram, sorry, I'm kind of most active. I'll definitely be loud about it when it's done. But I might send this out to some labels. I feel like Mousetrap or something. Maybe they would be interested in something like this. Maybe not. And yeah, thanks for joining the stream. I will see you all next time. If you want to, you should join the Discord. Again, Discord. Discord, boom. Yeah, feel free to join the Discord, and then yeah, on Instagram, who is Autumn Yorke, and I'll see you next time. This was fun. Thanks for keeping me company while I was working on this stuff. Got lost there for a second, but it seemed to work out. I try not to force an idea, but I just felt like that was the right one. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna listen back. Like, nah, that's stupid. We'll find out. But yeah, thanks so much. I'll see you next time.